one in Birmingham and one in London. The day I was coming, I gave them all my itinerary and all of that. The agreement was that I was going to bunk with them. All right.
Yes.
But you know what happened? When I got to Gatwick, the two mobile numbers didn't go. It was like that.
Yeah.
So the other one later I later got through to the other one and he said, I'm not around though. I've gone and do
I'm not in the city at this time
and I won't be back. I was like, what am I going to do now? I was new. So, but you know what? That was my first experience. Somebody from Nigeria got somebody who said if I could find my way down to Kent, it could house me for a few days until I get my friends. I never got those friends until another person, random person, totally, who just saw my post, a bye-bye post on Facebook at the Muritala Mohammed Airport in Lagos, where I was holding my passport and ticket, right? And he said, are you in this? Are you in the UK? I said, Baba, are they here? I was like, where are you? I said, I'm in London. I was like, do you know people in London? Why don't you just come to Scotland? I was like, where is Scotland? And I said, just come to Scotland. And guess what? The house. And he was only trying to help, by the way. So the house he got me was a problematic house. All right. It's a house that the police were looking for who were staying there. Here you get.
Yes. Maybe they had like drug related before then.
So now it's a problematic place. So I was entering into a house that was problematic. And this person is actually from my hometown, Nodobolu. Okay. And he was just helping. Then he introduced me to other guys where I had to start working. So the work they first gave me was to go and work in the toilet. And I was to go there and I was to give at least maybe almost 60% of whatever I make to the person who introduced me there, and I'll keep the rest. It was an experience, right?
Is that not slavery?
You get that now. So this is my own experience. So something that actually made me so frustrated that what did I come here to do, God? What is happening to me? And they were all from my own, Yoruba and all.
Maigun, would you allow me to just share this experience? Just this little one. So this little one was before I got into construction. Like the people that the Nigerians used to mingle around, they'll be giving me toilet washing, which I appreciate till now because I'm hardworking. I don't reject any job. So I was washing the toilets.
Right.
Then until I now got an employment at a construction company. The owner of the company is a white guy. So guess what? Wow. Within 6 months, I came from being like a laborer to become like an assistant project manager because this white man saw my potential. So at the end of the day, when I just look at both worlds, I saw that my Nigerian people are always putting me down, always like scam, always doing this. In fact, I had like a sister. Yeah. I have like a sister that even rented an apartment, a shared room in Maryland. Right. And guess what? After she paid like $700 per month, guess what? The owner of this house didn't give her the internet code. And this man is a Nigerian man. Like this girl doesn't have the internet, and internet is free, Wi-Fi. Like, I mean, like if I start telling now,
I'm leading you to the what Osita is trying to make us see. Okay, see, because even if you check your own story very well, right, you realize that those things were supposed to break you, but they made you.
Yes.
Eventually, to who you are today. All those stories that you are sharing now, they're supposed to break you. Look at you. Look at you today, right? So my story is almost similar. Okay, you see, my own. I got eventually I was kicked out of that house. Police came, they packed my stuff.
Sorry about that.
And they made me leave. Okay. So then I got another place. Another Yoruba person, a very good brother, I believe. He arranged, listen to this one. The person arranged how I could get a shared house in Glasgow here. And I was so happy. And the person knew then that number one, I didn't really have all the papers I could have or the real job I could have. Anything, right?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
He now said he was going to help me. I said, how much can you pay? I said, I can afford £150 every month. And he was like, okay, it's all right. Just bring it. Don't worry. Then I was so happy. I was going to go and pack my stuff and come back. And you know what? The person that facilitated these arrangements, which I was like, thank you so much, Egbon. Thank you, Egbon. Thank you. He was the same guy who used the person who would be my new landlord. He used his phone to text me and said, no, I can't take 150. It's £250.
Imagine. So those are the kind of behavior.
Right? Told the person that was to be my landlord that, well, you can take 250 from him. And I was like, okay, yes, I'll take it. And guess what? I took it. And I became his tenant. Now, while living with him, right, I was like a houseboy.
Yes,
I had to clean, I had to cook.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what they're going to put you through.
Yeah, I was happy to do all that. I mean, at least I had a house.
Of course, but you're going to, yeah, it's part of what made us today.
Then one day, we were at the barber shop. We're just having a gist and kind of like that. And somehow, his friend, who happened to be a well-to-do guy, is the correct guy. He was like, he had his car and all of that stuff, like correct guy. So he dabbled into the conversation, right? It was like, what's all this nonsense you are talking about? Blah, 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 like that. It wasn't part of the conversation. It was just seated there, listening to us, and he just pounced on me. And I was like, boy, you don't believe what I'm saying. Why don't you Google what I just said? It's like, shut up your mouth. Google what? Do you think this is Udu Buluda? You're a Jebu? Where do you say you come from again?
Imagine.
Like, there's somebody within the room was like, Omo, it's true. I don't Google Amo. Now, true, this guy, they talk. I think that deflated his ego. Guess what? He told his friend to kick me out of the house.
Imagine.
And I actually got kicked out of the house.
I believe you. Yes.
So, meanwhile, this person that told somebody to kick me out of the house, I used to go to his house. I will do his dishes. I will cut his grass. He will give me 20 pounds. And I'm always very grateful. Thank you, Egbo. Thank you, Egbo. Because I was always like, Egbo. Sure you get?
Yes.
And it didn't deter me. Okay. But guess who helped me again? Another Yoruba person.
Yes.
Who was like, listen, I heard that so person has kicked you out of his house. It's so horrible. I heard this story. But if you don't mind, we're all boys. If you can come to my own house and, if it's just to sleep and wake up, you can come to my house. Yes. Unfortunately, this my other person got deported. And guess what? I just became a landlord where nobody can now tell me when to come in, when to go out.
And when not to come in.
That was where I met my partner. That was where my story changed. That was where everything changed for me till today. And guess what? I do not hold any animosity against any of these guys till now. Because you know what? Somehow to me, it's like they eventually just pushed me to where I had to be.
Your glory.
And every time I still come across Nigerians today, I still feel connected to some extent. Like, you know what I mean? Like I never hold anything. So that's where Osita is coming from. Because in the process, we still realize that there are some 1, 2, 3 of, they will still be your own and push you around enough that they are still going to be part of your story. I'm talking about, Nigerians too. So please, Dapsin, thanks so much for sharing. Okay. So
at the end of the day, conclusively, so at the end of the day, I'm not trying to make Osita feel that I don't recognize the fact that they are not good people and they are not bad people. Yep. Like, for example, if I know that you are in Nigeria and you're a good person, my door is going to be open to you. I'm never going to. But the only thing is just that whenever I just meet a Nigerian, I just want to make sure that, okay, I check the person, I vet them, and I triple filter them to make sure that this person is not going to be in my space and going to be like, okay, want to scam someone.
Anyway, it's good sharing because a lot of people it's all of us get story. Everybody watching right now, we tell you if they begin to tell you their stories, right? And meanwhile, right? Somehow, it's gonna be like we are all the good ones. Like we have not done anything wrong,
that's not how I feel like.
But nobody is really perfect in this regard.
Yes, I don't believe any human is perfect, but I just believe that we can always do better.
And our stories, right? Actually, what makes us. So in the whole process, we also have our traumas that we are also dealing with, which is part of our experience as well.
Because I believe that once we can, like, if you come to a foreign land and you could help like your own kind of people, I believe that there will be this bond and unity that just like a broom, if you have just a stick of a broom, you can break it, stuff like that. But if you have the broom, exactly, that's my point. That people should stop competing. Not that, this person doesn't have paper and you start treating them this like that. Because after when I got my own stuff, there are a lot of people I've been able to help. So those are part of what I just want to put in faith.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you.
Good job, Baba. So I love that. We all have our own stories. We have our histories and all of that. We have our experiences. They are all, our journey is not smooth. Okay, so when I look at those who are coming to the UK now, you know, you left Nigeria with work permits. Oh, more. It wasn't like that. It's always like that. It was like, man. But at the end of the day, people will say, "Oh, shall they thank God?" That is why if you see me, I will be like, "Oh, my kasha madupe." Because if to say, you know, there's something that we always say, right? And that is, we thank God that we do not look like what we have been through. In Yoruba, they say if an hunter should think about the suffering, the hardship, the tears, the sweat that he had to go through before killing a game, before killing an animal, if he kills one animal, he won't share it with anybody. He will say, no, I know they share. You know what in my eyes see before I kill this one. But at the end of the day, here is Adeza. Adeza, how are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening
I'm
to you,
good.
sir. Mm-hmm.
How it's going?
Well, we thank God. We are here. Still not complaining.
Yeah. All right. So the other day you had the issue with that people who wanted to who
And
wanted
they all
to
caused
fight
us
you on
stress. And but we responded. Yeah, we responded. I am
yes, I
grateful to all
wanted
of
to
you, though.
speak. I wanted to speak that unfortunately the land was wasn't going to. Well, one thing about challenges sometimes make people to be strong, and it also make you to
Always be a blessing
discover
in
another
disguise.
alternative measure. Do you understand? Because without that very challenge that day, you couldn't have made a provision for alternative, which you
The
have gotten
backup,
already now.
now the backup is probably going to be like a 2,000, 3,000, and possibly like 10,000 plus soon.
Yeah, yeah. But at the onset, it looked very bitter, it looked very burdensome. But at the end, you discover that
that's right.
did not give up. And I also like the way, at least they say a problem share is half solved.
That's
If you keep it to yourself, don't want anybody to know, maybe it could break you or mar you. But because you shared it and people bring different opinions, you see how you go out of it easily without ever listening. So I just want to thank you for the good work you are doing. And because you are doing good work, and anybody who wants to frustrate you, God will frustrate them. That's just good.
Yep.
Because your platform has really helped a lot of people, including me. Do you understand?
I do.
Regarding what the topic you are discussing, me, I treat people based on merit. Yeah, we all have different experience. Understand? No matter how you blackmail somebody to me, I don't look that person. I give that person a chance to actually prove him or herself that what they say about you, that is what you are. And me, I'm one person that I give you the person within 24 hours. I can say, this guy is this type of person. No matter how hiding you think you can hide, you understand. So everybody face one challenge in order. Yeah, sometimes you meet your brother. Okay, let me share with you. When I just came to Scotland, I'm not used to this Google map. That's the truth. When I just came to UK, I'm not used to this Google map. So I was going to school. I missed my way. I just saw this black. I've been passing white. I don't want to talk to them. I just saw this. I said, "Oh, this is a black man." He just shunned me. I felt bad. I now saw a white person. And I said, hello. He said, hi. He stopped. He said, what's the problem? He makes your way. I said, yes. Quickly, he used his own phone. Within a second, he said, this is it. Okay, take this bus from here. You drop. In fact, he wrote them. So you will get there. And truly, within 20 minutes, I got to where I was going. And I didn't know it was even closer. Understand? So, and so many things in life, there are people who maybe because they have suffered, they want you to suffer. Do you understand?
There are those.
Because they have suffered before. It's just like people who have colonial mentality. Because they suffer, they want you to suffer to be some successful thing. Understand? And there are people who are talkative. They cannot keep quiet. They cannot highly keep secret. When you learn people and you don't talk with them, you don't go deeply with them in life. Understand? You only see something that's forever that may not have consequences. So we have different people, different character. In fact, if there could be a perfect team in this world, will be a perfect team of Jesus' 12 disciples. One still betrayed him. Do you understand? So on that note, I always see people If I meet you, there are certain things I can tell you. I will grow in that relationship. I tell you some other thing. Understand, Abi? So there are people who have had a very negative experience with both their Nigeria or different counterparts. It's also depend on individual. I don't generalize. Secondly, regarding the rep member that that is threatening a delivery now. Our people they lack pride too much. Here, understand, we live like everybody look at the same. You want to see that it's a rep, you should kneel down to deliver to him. I think that is his own perspective. Or give him a boss, or give him a title. Or in Nigeria, when you do case, you go
talking and you are talking back. Who are you? I'm
you
talking. You have to keep quiet and begin to say yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Wike said last week to the people who took their land, I'm talking and you are talking. You see, because I come down from the motor, they look themselves as a semi-god. Here we live and nobody beg for respect, beg for honor here. But back home, they want title, they want honor. If you call them, because they have gone to Jerusalem, you have to put JP in their title when you want to call them. When you call them,
they love
put that JP.
So much. That one is extra. It's an extra. Somebody will be a PhD holder. He wants you to call him doctor or put PhD or else he won't answer you when you are calling him.
Somebody go to Mecca, Alhaji simply means a stranger. He come back to Nigeria. If you don't call him stranger, he has a title. You didn't respect him. You see, people. So, back home, why our country is what it is today, that people, Lord does not deal with the people who are higher. It's only affect those people who are below. Understand? Like here, everybody is treated irrespective of the title, whatever it is, equally.
So if that kind of here too, but it's not so obvious.
Yes,
like the way with the abuse for that place.
Okay. Look at how somebody say you are Igbo, you are outside in Nigeria. Come back to scholar, and somebody quickly turn to your face, you're a black man, and say like that. If you can sue that person and you claim damages for discrimination.
And now?
Yes, understand that. So, a lot of things we do is because how we raise ourselves, and because the law is powerless, the law does not do not deal with people who offend. That's why you see criminality, all manner of things happen in our country. Understand? And that's why most people who still come here, they still fall into the same trap here. Because they still want to live as they live back home. They have left home back to Western world, but they've not been able to learn some simple things to actually get acquainted with their new environment. Understand? So, my brother, keep it up. I just pray that God will help all of us. We are all facing different challenges, but we need to manage it.
God bless you too. Adeza.
Yeah, thank you.
See you later. Okay, you have a good afternoon. Good evening, by the way. So, thank you so much, everyone. Our time is up as we speak. Okay, this is our noon chat. So now I go get ready for the night. Again, because our time has changed, it is now an hour behind. So in Nigeria right now, it should be about 6 p.m. Here in the UK, it is just 4 minutes to 5 p.m. And I bet it's nearly 1 p.m. in some part of the United States as we speak, right? So what happened now is that 8 p.m. UK time is going to be 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Same 8 p.m. now is going to be somewhere around 4 p.m. in some part of the United States. And please adjust your time. I'm going to see you later this evening, okay? Just remember, whatever you want to share with us, whatever you want to say, you would have a chance later this evening when you join Mayogun's Diary Political. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon or the rest of your evening and join me later if you can. And also, don't forget, let me say thank you to my man. Ifeanyi, I got your own, I got your own cup of coffee. Thank you for your generosity as well. To everyone else, thank you. And special thanks again to this my super chatter, Sir Olagbemi. God bless you for your generosity too. Everyone else, join me later if you can, and don't leave without liking the broadcast. It's so important. Good afternoon. I mean, a good evening.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Máyégún ti dé.